Hi, my name is Katie with Factory Direct Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute upcycle project with a clay pot. So what you're going to need is you're going to need an old clay pot. It can have paint on it, it can have blemishes. We're doing this so we can turn it into something new. You're going to need some twine or jute. I'm using brown. You're going to need a hot glue gun, a pair of scissors, some acrylic paint. I'm going to use white acrylic paint, and a paintbrush. So let's get started. So as you can see, my pot has some blemishes on it. I have some paint, some residue from an old sticker, and it's just not very cute anymore. So I am going to cover the entire surface with this jute. And so to do that, I'm going to go ahead and start by putting a small drop of hot glue right at the bottom. So I'm just going to take my hot glue, put on a drop to get it started, and attach my piece of jute right to the bottom. And then you want to take a pair of scissors and you can hold it down to make sure that it's secured to the surface. And this is where your twine wrapping is going to start. Try to make sure that the hot glue doesn't lift or bubble because you want a flat surface for wrapping the twine. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue to wrap, and I'm going to add a line of hot glue to the bottom to get it started. So I'm taking my hot glue and applying it in a straight line along the bottom of the pot, right where I want my jute to stick. So then I just wrap the jute, and it sticks to the hot glue so nicely. And I'm going to keep doing this around the pot until the entire surface is covered, applying hot glue and wrapping the jute. Now some lines you can skip hot glue once you get a little farther up. Like the first half inch of the pot is covered or so, because the string will just begin to fall naturally in place. But for the first few rows, you want to be sure to secure it so it doesn't pop off. Now as you can see, it's working really well. And I'm just going to keep applying hot glue, and then wrapping the jute. Okay, so once I've covered the entire surface of the pot with this twine, I'm going to go ahead and cut the end, and I'm going to secure the final piece with a dot of hot glue. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that hot glue, and I'm going to hold that piece down. It's important because if this piece comes up, then the rest of your pot could also come unraveled. So make sure that that's secure. And then see this little tail? I'm going to go ahead and apply a drop of hot glue over that too to hold it down. So again, I'm just applying that hot glue, and I'm going to use my scissors to press it down nice and neat. Awesome! So you see how cute that looks? Okay, so now that I've finished wrapping the pot, I am going to go ahead and start painting the top portion of the jar. And so I have white acrylic paint, and I'm just going to cover the entire surface using a paintbrush. And I think that this will just give it a nice clean finish. The white stands out really nicely against the twine. So I just take my paintbrush with a little bit of paint. And it's also a really nice, easy line to paint because it's straight and it has a bit of a lift compared to the rest of the jar. So I'm just going to paint the entire top portion of this pot with this nice acrylic white. Okay, so I have the first coat of paint done, so I'm going to go ahead and add a second coat of paint. This is just to make sure that all the brush strokes are going in the same direction, so choose one direction to go, and it's just going to give it that good finished look. So just in case I missed any places or any areas of damage on the pot are showing where I had paint on it before, it's just going to make sure that it's nice and covered, because white, well, this white is really thick and nice, but sometimes white doesn't cover as thoroughly as you'd like it to on the first coat. And this acrylic paint dries really fast on the clay, so that's nice. And there I finished. So this is what your finished pot will look like. I'm just going to let this layer of white paint dry, and then I'll be ready to plant something in it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have a lot of fun updating the clay pots that you have sitting around. Thanks for watching.